All right, we have a new articulation today. So far, we've been tonguing all of our notes, meaning that the flutes and the brass players are saying "tf" and hitting their tongue inside their mouth, where the reed players are saying "th" and flicking the reed with their tongue. Now we are adding in something called a slur. These curved lines that you see here are all examples of slurs. When you see a slur, you tongue at the very beginning of the note, but you sustain the sound and just move your fingers to the second note. So if we didn't have a slur, it would sound something like this. I'm looking right here at my first measure. And I separated them with my tongue. But when I have a slur, I'm going to tongue my first note, but I'm not going to tongue this second note. And I sustain all the way through. In the next measure, I re-tongue here, slur to my D, slur to my E flat, release, re-tongue the D, slur to the C, fingers and air move but not the tongue, re-tongue the D, slur to the C, fingers and air, and then back to the D, and then I release. So this first line looks very similar, or sounds very similar to this. When you're slurring, it's really important that you're moving all of your fingers as one unit. So for example, in this measure here where I'm going from D to C, if I move the fingers one at a time, it's going to sound something like this. And you're getting all those weird sounds in between. So you have to really make sure they move as one unit. And we all know that this particular finger pattern on the flute is a little bit of a bear, but I'm sure you can do it. Keep those fingers nice and rounded. For the trombone, you are the only one that's a little bit different because you could try right now to slur from your D to your C, from your E flat to your D, and you're going to get every single sound in between, ba, ra, and you're going to get that strange sliding sound. There's a time and a place for it, but we don't want it right now. So instead of a hard T-O that we've been starting all of your notes with, now I want you to think of a do, D-U kind of sound. It's a lighter tongue, and it's called a trombone slur tongue. So that's how you're going to tongue slur your notes. So you are the only one who's a little bit different in this. You'll see the slur there, but that just tells you to do that lighter tonguing. And that's how you slur.